Hey, welcome. I wanted to do a quick update on the Mascis Squier Jazzmaster that I bought several months ago and have now been playing pretty much every day as my main guitar, practicing, recording, and all of that. So it's kind of become my favorite. Before that, it was my Strat that I use in a lot of the videos on the channel that has the humbucker and the bridge. And I'm going to do a video just talking about that really quickly, a little bit down the road as well. So my more experienced thoughts on this guitar after a couple of months are I totally have acclimated to it. And initially I was a little thrown off by the neck pickup being kind of darker than the Strat, obviously, and then the bridge pickup being brighter than a Strat, even with the single coil. And I just realized that now it's kind of a great mix of, a lot of things and none of them, because my other main guitar is a Paul Reed Smith hollow body with humbuckers. So this is a great, addition to those two other guitars that I'm talking about. Tone-wise, clean-wise on the neck, I think it's a nice, pretty fat sound. I mean, so right now I do all of these videos, for better or worse, through a Boss Katana, the 50 watt, and that's just kind of what works for the most part in a small room in our house. So that's what that clean tone is, but it's a good reference, I guess, if you watched other things that I've done, because they're all through that, as far as kind of most of the videos that are me playing. So yeah, as far as like Overdrive, here's like the neck pickup. So I love a lot of drive, meaning Overdrive. That was the Love Pedal E6, my kind of standby, or the pedals that's been on my board for almost a decade or more. Not necessarily this one, but I've got several. So definitely my favorite drive, and it's just a tube screamer. A little bit of fuzz on the neck pickup is always fun. So. And again, the thing I may have mentioned is the idea of having two distinct circuits, or whatever. How that's what they say all the time, is for the rhythm, meaning you have your volume, your tone on these little dials for the neck pickup, and the switch. I kind of dig the idea of, if you were playing, you've got these multiple ways to switch. And I'm sure I'm missing some, critical point that I'm sure people are using this to a better extent. But that whole idea of going from the neck to the bridge, or you can set it up, this is obviously the neck, once that's switched down for the rhythm circuit, to the middle, to the bridge. So I like the idea of having the rhythm circuit, obviously, for the neck. Slam down that thing, this little switch, and then you're on your bridge. So pretty fuzzy, but I'm getting into fuzz lately, and considering having this guitar, it just seemed to make more and more sense. And fuzz is a pretty new. I've never really had any till this last year, and I've bought quite a few, mostly bender type circuits. But it just really makes sense with this guitar, and I really can't wait to kind of play it with some people, like rehearse, which I'm kind of just getting back into, or trying to, since I moved. And I'm really excited to hear all of these pedals that I bought over the last year, and see how they sound with an actual drummer and bass player, and whatever else comes as far as that. So this is it. Just some quick ideas on this. Great guitar. I mean, I think I never ever considered the offset guitars before. And the other thing I would mention is like the neck profile compared to a Strat, at least the Mascis Strat, is kind of more of a D-shaped. And I think this neck compared to even other Squier Jazzmasters or Fender Jazzmasters is a lot, that's a lot, the actual fretboard width is wider by some degree, from what I can tell. And it's definitely wider than my Strat. So that's kind of it's an interesting thing, because I didn't think they'd be hugely different. So now that I've been playing this a ton, going back to the Strat, it's kind of interesting because it seems like half the size or something. And I never really had that experience before. Most of the guitars I've had have been kind of like that Paul Reed Smith, which to me is a pretty, it's kind of a pretty wide C neck, at least the one I have. And the Strat was a huge jump to that. So going from the Strat to the Jazzmaster has been not hard, it's just pretty different. And again, I had this professionally set up after I bought it. It does have tuning stability issues. I don't go crazy on it. You definitely can't pull up on it, I'm sure, with my experience. And maybe if you got a better bridge or something, maybe that's doable, but I don't know. That's not important to me. But yeah, if you're thinking about it, do it. And I think it's a great starter offset guitar, and I think most people that play these all the time or talk about them on YouTube or whatever would tell you the same. And the only upgrades I think you could do that would make sense is maybe pickups and maybe shielding for sure. It has a lot of ground noise, so that could be my home, but I doubt it. And that's the one thing I would love to kind of tame a little bit of that, but that's always the problem when you're using a lot of drive, as far as my experiences are concerned. And it doesn't really even matter what the guitar is most of the time. You're always going to have some buzzing or humming issues. It's just pretty extreme on this one sometimes. So those are all things you can kind of figure out workarounds on. And I think I may take this back to get some shielding done and maybe try pickups, but I'm not sure what I'd be going for other pickups. So I don't want to lose the identity of this guitar. And I think most people that make pickups that would go into this guitar, like Lolar or even Seymour Duncan and a million other pickup makers, I would hope they're trying to achieve this sound, or as close to it with maybe some tweaks. So anyway, thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching these videos. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, which is pretty funny to say that it's taken me this long to even get this far. But anyway, if you dig these, please comment, like it, subscribe, do all of that stuff. And I would appreciate it. All right, have a great day, and good luck out there. Thanks.